There, he's made a miraculous return from a knee injury, 3 weeks ahead of schedule. Kai Truin keeps his spot, listed at right back, could be part of a back three which worked perfectly against Adelaide, though on the right, Jack Hingett is missing with a minor quad injury, giving Josh Brindle-South a first A-League appearance. Remains to be seen, Andy Harper, if Brisbane Roar put the foot down from the start like they did last weekend against Adelaide United.
Yeah, well, Brisbane
bit of the final third released by Butterfield there, so positive early move for victory, but Brisbane look to go straight back, and there's a stack of space for Dylan Wenzel-Halls to run into. He'll have a shot. Pokum had to be smart at his near post. Wow, big warning sign.
A huge worry for victory. That
O'Shea, think about it maybe. Oh, that's a incisive ball to allow McDonald to set up a shot. Pinned back at the moment, Melbourne victory. Aldred, lovely little touch through there from Danzaki, and Wenzel-Halls. He can't stop scoring. Dylan Wenzel-Halls. Victory have been punished for their sluggish start. Brisbane off and running again.
He's the hot foot at the moment, Dylan Wenzel-Halls. They've been warned. Brisbane have warned victory. Ryan Shotton just couldn't get the handbrake off. Wenzel-Halls is away. It's a delightful touch to play the striker in. Crocombe beaten. I mean, it's really odd goalkeeping. I'm not sure what textbook that comes out of. But Brisbane through Danzaki to Dylan Wenzel-Halls to 1-0 for Brisbane, confirming their polished start.
So, Harps, look at the space here, though, that Dylan Wenzel-Halls has between Traore, who's looking after Brindle-South, and Wenzel-Halls on that other side of Shotton. Just that victory back four.
Come off the bench and change games, etc. He's had to wait, be patient. Warren Moon's seen it, has harnessed it.
Here's Scott McDonald. Oh, what a goal. Brisbane Roar have doubled their advantage. Scott McDonald wants to go over and celebrate by himself. He's just about to be jumped on now. Roar on fire at the moment.
Got another breakaway here right now, and the crowd is getting right into it.
Here's Danzaki. We'll come back to you in a second, Amy. Just a little bit too much on it from McDonald. Brindle-South. So much time on the ball for Brisbane's players, even when they go forward. So that one was managed just about from victory, but only because the ball a little too much on it out to Danzaki. That's pinpoint out to Brindle-South. Pepper away again with the ball. O'Shea. No communication between Shotton and Crocombe. Scott McDonald wants another go. Out it comes to Corey Brown, who's absolutely great to have Amy Chapman, former Matilda, part of the coverage this afternoon. McDonald, his runners just coming forward, free into space. Brown's cross is awkward, very awkward. It's extremely awkward. Riku Danzaki's got a goal. It's 3 for the Roar. It's an abomination at the back for victory.
Well, it's quite remarkable what we're seeing here. Melbourne Victory's inability to get within the same postcode as Brisbane players is resulting in these calamitous defensive situations. 3-0 for Brisbane. Danzaki deserves goals based on his contribution the early start of this season. Quite remarkable. Melbourne Victory have turned up in their shirts, but they haven't turned up as footballers in the opening quarter hour, and Brisbane have taken complete advantage.
His second goal for his new club on loan from Consadole Sapporo in Japan.
The Brisbane players, notwithstanding victory, have just scored a goal to get sorted back into it. The Brisbane players could be rolling out a picnic rug and having a cuppa.
Brindle-South linking up beautifully with Wenzel-Halls, and he continues his run. Brindle-South, the toe bash, and Danzaki don't mind it, the use of the toe. It's all he could do, really, Brindle South, to get anything on it, and it had Crocombe very interested.
A terrific supporting run from Brindle South, who heads north into the penalty area and just can't quite make up the ground to get full instep, but the toe poked from that right.
Corner's a good one. Again, it's a free header, and it's a fourth, and it's a double to Scott McDonald, who goes in the other direction. Not for the first time, Victory's defensive unit are left staring at each other, staring at the ground, pondering what on earth.
It is. So I think there was a moment of about 10 minutes where they sort of dropped down a gear, but the intent...
And expect a Victory resurgence and go on with it, Brisbane Roar, from here.
Could be more here. Wenzel Halls will have a crack. Didn't quite get it. Dink can follow through. Wenzel Halls one-on-one. Cuts it back. McDonald invariably choosing the right option. Shea plays it simply out to Brindle South. Gonna have an extra 3 minutes, which does not, for all their great play in this first half, have them out of sight. Half time, 6th time in A-League history. There's been 6 goals in a half. Must be the heat. That's a distant memory. It was only last Saturday. Donald and Gillespie continues, just invitation to stroll through. Back post, another goal. Danzaki with a double. Oh, it's too easy from Brisbane. Too easy.
Well, the capitulation continues. Macaulay Gillespie on a Sunday stroll, like a hot knife through butter, if I may mix my metaphors. Down into the penalty area, sees the space available. No one tracking Danzaki. For that matter, no one bothered with Macaulay Gillespie as he puts it on for the Japanese import, who makes it 5 for Brisbane. And Grant Brebner made no changes at half-time. You go one or two ways. You either think, I'll wield the axe in the sheds, or I'll give these players a chance to redeem themselves. I don't know if he can wait any longer. He's got to make a statement. Endable, but the pass was way too heavy.
Danzaki trying to wriggle free, looked to be falling over his own feet there, and had Ryan for close attention, gives him the stare down as well. I think he's looking for his hat-trick. Tough afternoon for Dylan Ryan, young player that went to Liverpool like Jake Bremer did, into their academy system, really in agreement with the conditions in which he was playing in with this humidity in Redcliffe. Curda, a bit of ambition there to get on the ball.
Well, that's my interpretation of the Robbie Cruz substitution. It's like, why risk him?
The away form for that last season for Victory was 2 wins from 13. One of those was against Melbourne City in Melbourne. A win against Brisbane in Brisbane, and a loss and a draw so far to start this campaign. Brindle South stretching for that one. You got a knock for his trouble at the end of it, but it goes forward. McDonald can't quite find.
A man who's just cleared the ball with his head, Ryan Sutton, and certainly
Danzaki just dropping into a pocket of space where he's no company in a dark blue shirt or maybe.
Just before half-time, so I'll be a super sub. The shin pads are in the bag and ready to dust the cobwebs off.
Here's Akbari, more space to run into. McDonald looking for the hat-trick. Right idea, just the execution a tiny bit off.
Oh, it's better from Ramad Akbar. It's the second time we've seen him burst through midfield with the ball at his feet. The first time he overhit the pass for Wenzel Halls. This one, if anything, slightly underhit, so Scott McDonald had to halt his run. Nevertheless, it found a mark and it still gave his skipper a chance. Well, his senior partner, I better say, a chance to make it 6.
All the way back to Croker. Danzaki cuts it out, just no ball speed there from the keeper. And straight into the box, and Scott McDonald just wide of that left post. Contorting himself to manufacture the shot on goal.
And he remains as hungry for goals as he was as a teenager, breaking through at Joey's level and then moving into Europe to pursue his dreams. And he won't need reminding that he's had 2 great chances to complete his hat-trick. What about the frustration?
In the end, it fell to flame-haired right back Josh Brindle South. Here is Brown. It was given the all clear by VAR. Danzaki, he's given space. Wenzel Halls, a chance for another. This could end up anything if over the next 25 minutes or so, Brisbane's attacking players are given the space that they're being afforded at the moment.
Well, they're queuing up the Roar, aren't they? I mean, Dylan Wenzel Halls could win the Golden Boot today. Dylan Wenzel Halls, an enviable task. Danzaki and Scott McDonald will be the furthest.
Courtney Perkins finding to win on that right, who looks like he's gone into that doubleheader tonight in the A-League. You've got MacArthur and Western Sydney coming up in about 15 minutes' time from Campbelltown, and there was a fair bit left in there from Ryan Shotton, and he's going to have his name written down.
Well, after scrapping with the ball there to beat Daly and Danzaki, this was only going to end up one way for Ryan Shotton. I'm not stopping, coming this far and stopping. So if I miss the ball, so be it. Yellow card correctly awarded. Danzaki, great value again today. Scored his 3rd goal of the season. His general performances have been...
Poro is where he came from. Jade North had a bit to do with that. Knew the technical director, the sporting director at that club, and he's a vision of a coach who has passed on his instructions wonderfully well to his players.
Yeah, that's right. You can see your number 10s drifting into great pockets.
And his clearance is met by Rue, falls to O'Shea again straight away. Loss, win, draw, and soon to be loss. So Riku Danzaki, he's not going to get his hat-trick, unfortunately. Great performance from the young Japanese player, and it's a debut for Keegan Jelicic. And he's a local boy as such. He represents New Zealand at youth league level, but youth level. He's an exciting attacking player. He's good on the ball, he can create and score. It'll be good to get a little look at Jelicic's Ramat Akbari. A good afternoon for him, getting the run of games in the starting sense. They'll bring on some attacking armoury in not just Jelicic, but also Joey Champness, who started the first couple of games before couldn't play against Newcastle due to the loan rules. And
going to pick a hole in Brisbane when the score should have blown out even more in their favour. Just a little bit of sloppiness in front of goal, a bit too casual. Get the job done otherwise.
And Brisbane are now top of the league. Melbourne Victory are bottom. And that is the disparity between the two sides this afternoon. A wonderful afternoon for the home side. In the end, Brisbane Roar 5.